pandemic has introduced a new digital age that some of us aren't familiar with. We've all had to adapt and change our lifestyles in order to be online to still be able to communicate with people.
Life on laptops has been difficult for some businesses to adapt. The arts industry has particularly suffered because of this. Claire Bender, who owns Popstar Performers, saw a massive decline in her company as classes moved online. However, she thought she could turn this around by creating princess parties all over Zoom.
The classes are decimated, so I went from having like 90 students to now having 15 students. So that side of my business has ultimately collapsed. I hope that when things go back to normal and we get into the halls, that most of those children will return to classes. COVID comes and we've had to have a bit of a pivot. So we taught our classes online for a term and then another half a term, and then it's just, it's been on and off. But I realised that actually it could be quite fun on Zoom. So we started doing games, and then a friend of mine asked if I could be Elsa for her niece's birthday party, and I was like, okay. So I just got a wig and did it, and it was mega fun. I really liked it. So then I just sort of put a few feelers out there, saying that I could do it, and got quite a lot of interest, and just started booking parties all summer on Zoom, and they went really well, and it's really started to get crazy and a lot of bookings. In terms of the birthday party side of the business, it's increased maybe 800% for me. So it's insane. It's nice to me as well. It feels like I'm sort of giving a little bit of something back to the industry, as well as obviously the children are loving it too. Doing parties in Singapore, Mexico, India. I've done some last weekend. We did one in Brooklyn, in New York. I've done them in Miami. It's completely international. South Africa, obviously, just getting the times right. But and then loads locally, Scotland, all over everywhere.
With Popstar Performers gaining global success, Claire thinks that it could be possible that the future of the entertainment and arts industry could be all over Zoom.
Yeah, so as a kid, I always remember it was a struggle getting people to come to my birthday party, and that was on the 2nd of January. And my dad's on the 27th of December, and so what I found that in December just gone, we had an absolute ton of bookings around really close to Christmas Day, and I think that will become permanent. I believe that even when we're out of lockdown, those children with those birthdays will continue to have Zoom parties over Christmas, because they can, and everyone can still come. If they were in a hall, children wouldn't come to their parties, but because it's on Zoom, you can do it on Boxing Day, or and it's actually a really nice thing. And so I think that for those Christmas-born children, I think this is going to be a permanent fixture, Zooming. Get to watch the grandparents are in on the calls as well, and then you get to watch their faces, watching their love. It's really nice. It leaves you feeling really, really nice.
With an uncertain future of the pandemic ahead, one thing that's certain is that Claire will continue to bring joy to children over Zoom. Ellie Avery, Buzz News.